Hello and welcome to another spooktacular episode of DWN Productions THC podcast sponsor My Fast Custom Shirts here at BOYGOB.com. So, how's your week been?
Oh, it's all right, Tom. But I got a question for you.
Sure.
Given that we've got this little thing, uh, border down below us, how's your pumpkin
Yes.
patch doing, buddy?
It was crazy a couple times this week. Excuse me. I watered it like I water the shit every morning. That's the first thing I do before I even open up the shop. I watered it one morning and then I check it a couple times a day. Like I think pumpkins are just magically gonna pop out since I walked away. But yeah, some of the leaves were all fucking wilted and trying to die and shit. And I said, "Oh my goblin." So I watered them again and they came back and now they're kind of starting to droop a little bit. I watered them a little bit and they came back, but I'm hoping, that's just due to the vines getting so long now. Pumpkin vines can't fucking go 2 feet and still stick straight up in the air. But I did see a bee over moseying around having a look, so that's a good sign. It's ready to knock those plants up, Joe.
It is. It is.
So fingers
Trying,
crossed.
trying to die. I can relate to your pumpkins.
Can't we all, especially around this time of year? And around Christmas, even more so. But we'll get to that during the long December.
Yeah, and I'm sure you'll have some fresh pumpkin pie ready for everybody around that time.
I don't think they're technically supposed to be ready until February, so they are definitely not going to make it. But we'll see.
Yeah, you never know. So,
We'll see.
well, I guess February you can make some pumpkin turnovers.
Or since it's February, I can just cut a hole in a pumpkin and shoot a movie because it is
Yeah,
the month for lovers.
it's true. It's true. Forgot about that.
It's all right. You got other things going on.
Yeah. Yeah. So how was your week?
Pretty good. Old Red, he stopped into town. He was telling me all about the trucking lifestyle and
Did he
all that
pull the
kind of.
semi up into your house and everything?
Definitely not. I would not let him park that shit on the fucking driveway, cracking the cement and all that. 100% no. But I guess they can only drive for a certain amount of hours and
Yeah.
then they have to take like a day and a half off. So coincidentally, he was at a truck stop relatively close to the house. I'm not just gonna let him stay in there all fucking day. It's like, come on, bud, I'll pick you up. We'll hang out for a little bit, go out and get a bite to eat, and then I'll drop you back off in your truck for you to wallow in misery in the middle of nowhere. Sorry, dog, I can only do so much. But it's definitely good seeing him. Red's a good fucking dude. Glad to help out where I can. Don't all you motherfuckers start hitting me up trying to come over because it isn't going to happen. So, but yeah, it was good to see him. Safe travels. It's fucking crazy. One of these days, we might have him on here to actually talk about trucking. Some of the shit, it was just like, well, what the fuck? Like he was saying all this shit he hated about it, but oh man, I like doing it. And it's like, what the fuck? But
It's the
isn't
way.
that everything? Yep, it's the way
Yeah.
of the road.
It's a love hate relationship kind of job. Kind of like, I don't know, being an artist of some sort, or, owning a business. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's
like
all
this
pluses
last
and
day or
cons.
so. Say that again.
It's all pluses and cons.
Fucking pros and cons.
Yeah, or pros and minuses.
Mm. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been doing a lot of thinking today of just like, yeah, what the fuck am I doing? I sure hope this is going to be very sustainable for the future because I really don't have any skills No, I take that back. I do have skills, but they are very specialized and don't translate to a general assembly. So
Yeah,
fingers crossed for the A bomb, Joe.
I've uh I've got a very short or low tolerance, I guess, for idiocy now, and so I can't work with the general public and shit like that. You know, not good for me. So yeah, everybody go to fastcustomshirts.com, buy some shirts. Go to dwmproductions.net and buy some shirts.
Mm, fuck.
Yeah. This week, how was it? I was in the shop a lot. Yeah, I just was in the shop, Tom. You know, toiling away. And then yesterday I did one of those outdoor markets, Tom. And boy, was it windy. Sure was windy, Tom.
How many tents blew away?
One, and it was
Was it
kind of
yours?
funny as shit. Nope, I didn't take one.
Okay.
It's like it's gonna be windy as shit today. I'm not taking my tent. That's dumb. Um,
Well, you always go to this one, and every time you talk about it, not the best things to say, so we won't name it, but you
no,
keep
I mean
going, Joe.
I always do okay. You know, I always do all right. I didn't have anything to drink this time because I thought maybe afterwards I was gonna head back to the shop, but the wind just kind of took it out of me. So
And it was hard to fly your broom or what?
yeah, yeah, it's hard to navigate. And now I just wanted to get home and take a shower. And on the way home, I thought, you know what? Whopper's got that new burger. They do a burger for Halloween every year. You know that, Tom?
I do.
Yeah. So
Usually it's African American buns, but this
yeah,
year it was
last year and the year before they did yes a black colored bun, and it was supposed to make your shit turn like fluorescent green or something. I didn't get that one. But this year they did like a ghost pepper, you know, and it's orange bun like a pumpkin and ghost pepper, you know, because ghosts
I
Halloween.
forget what noises do ghosts make?
Um, and yeah, well, my burger didn't make that noise.
Wait, was that a ghost?
You're right, yeah, and it didn't taste
Patrick Swayze.
like ghost peppers. It wasn't fucking hot at all. It tasted like their Whopper, which I don't usually get because it's just not a satisfying burger. I usually go with the Texas Whopper, which they don't have outside of Texas. You explained to me. Um, you know that one has some jalapenos in it, double meats, you know, some cheese, and
Bacon and mustard, and it doesn't
yeah,
have the catsup.
and occasionally, you know, some of those jalapenos they got some spice to them. And it's like, hey, this is all right. This is a good burger. Uh, the ghost pepper Whopper does not have any of that goodness. I do not recommend this burger at all. Fuck it. It's also somewhat expensive, you know, like because it's I don't know
It's a
limited edition.
novelty. It's one of those
You know, yeah,
specialty items.
a novelty burger. So you're paying for nothing.
It's the
Don't
Weird
do
Al of hamburgers.
Don't do it. Din din diggity din 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 diggity din.
Excuse me. I also went out to a fast food establishment. My mom wanted some Jersey Mike's, so we head over to the old Jersey Mike's. And there was a line. Excuse me. There usually is because Jersey Mike's is a reputable sandwich shop. Anyways, the Spaniard comes walking in, and I'm just looking around. I look out the window because what else am I gonna do? Look at the fucking people making sandwiches and shit. Guys are already making them, so I know their dick beaters are all over it. Nothing I could do about that. So I'm just gonna look out the window,
Extra.
and then the dude starts talking to me. And at first, it's just like, oh, hey, because, he thought I was looking at him or some shit. I was like, oh, what's up, man? Oh, it's more like this, like a Spaniards. But, anyways, he was just talking about fucking everything, like being in Vietnam, getting shot, how you got to keep moving your body, how food is just substance sustenance, and like you got to always have a dog in case of the apocalypse. And you find the stuff to eat, see if the dog will eat it first, because if the dogs won't eat it, then you shouldn't eat it. Just remember, it's all just nourishment to keep your body okay. It doesn't matter what it is. And then he was saying, "Hey, do you know where the N word comes from?" I was like, "What?" We're in the middle of fucking Jersey Mike's, and there's a fucking African American family right in front of my mom, so one person away, and he's spouting off with this shit, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And then he whips out like an old school fucking rubber band fucking folded wad of cash. It was the craziest shit ever. But on the or as you would say, jalapeno thing, he said the only reason those came into popularity is because back in the day they'd have to carry all this meat. They didn't have refrigerators. The Spaniards, this is. So they would put jalapenos on it to cover up the taste of the rotting meat, because all you would taste is jalapenos. So enjoy your food. Don't get jalapenos because all you taste is the jalapenos,
Oh, they
but with an
they
accent.
did that with salt a lot too to cover up the rot. Yeah. So, did he have like spikes on the ends of his boots?
He was wearing sandals, I think, but we'll
Okay.
get to that.
All right.
Yeah, questionable guy.
Yeah. People, man. People.
You know what they say? People are talking about people.
And
Joe,
they also say people are strange when you're a stranger.
you know another word for strange, Joe?
Strange.
Yes. Stingray. So, Joe, what did you watch?
Tom, I watched. He's watching. This is a this is a release of a film that was made during the COVID times, and
Remember that?
yeah, I didn't know that, but it's this director that directed. I don't know what the fuck he did. He directed Rings, which I haven't watched, and other shit that was out in the theaters. But this is not out in the theaters, nor will it ever be. It is a found footage type flick, and it's about a plague that
Las
has
Placas?
decimated the adults. It doesn't affect children. So there's these two children at home while their parents are in the hospital, and like there's this scene where they're riding their bikes through town, and I'm looking at it, it's like, shit, man, how'd they do this? How'd they pull this off? Because there was nobody out in the streets, it was like empty. There's no traffic. And it's, oh, okay, it was COVID times. Because there was that time where nobody was out or nobody was doing anything. But anyway, they're at home and they're recording everything, to send to their parents so let their parents know what's going on. And then weird shit starts happening, Tom. There's an evil presence in this house. And this evil presence is also recording things, Tom. I don't know if he's got his own phone or camera or if he's using theirs when they're falling asleep because he's filming
Maybe he's
them.
the Cinnabite with the fucking camcorder stuck in his fucking
That would
head.
be cool. Yeah. But no, he wasn't in it. But neither is he, unfortunately. Or they, them. Uh, I don't know how you want to say that. But this this movie was okay. I dug it. Anyway, I don't think anybody else that watches it, anybody ever would like this, but I thought it was pretty fucking good. Thought it had some
Why?
creepy moments. I thought one of the kids was a pretty fucking good actor, and it turns out these are the director's kids, and like some of the ghostesses are his neighbors and his wife or whatever. So he was just killing time from during the pandemic making this movie, honing his art the only way he's could. So good on him. I think it's a good movie, but I cannot recommend it, especially to you, Tom. Maybe there's one or two people out there, that watch or listen to this that might like it, but it's unlikely. Unlikely. What did I watch it on? Redbox, maybe.
Ooh.
But yeah, but it was the free Redbox thing, or one of those streaming channels he's watching. You're not gonna watch it anyway, so yeah, I liked it. Had a weird vibe to it, man. It was just whoa, whoa, yeah. What'd you watch, Tom?
Joe, I watched a movie about the first black serial killer to wear a mask.
Ted Bundy,
No.
the Zodiac's killer.
No.
How do you know?
Well, I definitely worked on a movie where it was a black killer wearing a mask, and I made the mask Hackley Axe Murderer. Anyways, they get around that by setting this in the 90s.
The movie's called Fun with Hackley for anybody that wants to look it
My
up.
bad.
But anyway, he worked on it. I didn't. I just
But yeah, this has Tony Todd as a horror host.
Fun with Hackley doesn't have Tony Todd.
No, it doesn't. But
Well, what's this one called? Come on, man.
oh, this one is named after the first black killer to wear a mask, Joe. And his name is Bitch Ass.
Bitch ass. Is this the name of the movie?
Also the name of the killer.
Oh, points for the title.
So you know that name strikes fear into the hearts of many victims. So Tony Todd's like the black Svengoolie, and he's just like, we've showed you things like Tales from the Hood, People Under the Stairs, and Candyman. Well, yeah. And now we have Bitch Ass. He puts a fucking VHS in a fucking old school TV, and we watch Bitch Ass. It's about a kid who gets caught up with the wrong crowd, and they're going out to rob a house that the lady supposedly currently died in. Unfortunately, this house is inhabited by Bitch Ass. Why do they call him Bitch Ass, Joe?
He's a bitch ass?
Because he's a fucking bitch ass.
Right.
When he was a high school kid, he was he was what people in the 90s would call him. You know what I'm saying, Joe? They would call him not so nice words. Words that are a lot less nicer than bitch ass. So he loves games. He lives with his grandmama Johnson, and they just play games. And when he gets out of line with anything, she'll burn the shit out of him with a lighter or whatever she can find, because he's an old bitch ass. The kids at the school don't like him because, well, he's a bitch ass. So he has the hots for one of the bully's girlfriends, surprisingly. And the bully has the girlfriend help him set him up so they can rough up bitch ass. But I mean, they just cut the fucking shit out of him with razor blades. They do it like really old school.
Yeah, bullying used to be at a whole different level. Just saying shit about somebody online, that ain't nothing compared to what people like bitch ass had to deal with.
That's right. So
they used to call him, well, we can't say that. There's certain words you can't say, especially if you want to be monetized. There's a 6-letter word in particular you don't want to say on YouTube. But go ahead, Tom. Tell us more about this bitch ass.
So, bitch ass turned into a bitch ass man, I guess, and he lives in this house wearing a fancy suit and a not so good mask. It looks like a Robin mask that was like stepped on and got cut up a little bit. It just looks like a beat up Robin mask, like he's ready to be in a fucking eyes wide open fuck party or some shit. Not a very scary mask for a killer, but it's bitch ass. So what does it fucking matter? Uh and bitch ass gives you a chance. He just doesn't kill you, Joe. He plays a deadly game with you. And if you win, then I guess you can go away. But no one wins. What kind of deadly games do they play, Joe?
So he's a sporting man, you could say,
Yes.
which is another word for bitch ass or whatever, But
Oh,
what
so
kind of games does he play? Let's see, probably like Parcheesi.
no.
Huh?
However, you're not far off. There's a deadly version of Operation where if you touch the sides, you're hooked up to a car battery or some shit. And then there's a deadly game of Connect 4 where you have to stick your limbs through the holes. And there's a fucking whatever guillotine blade at the
Guillotine, very
top.
good. Yes.
And then what else is there? There's a deadly game of Jenga where when you move the wrong fucking things, you get hung a little bit more, which was questionable imagery for a black horror movie. And things like that. It had some what's the word I want to use? Imaginative and like trying shit, editing and framing and stuff like that. It wasn't bad, but the motherfucking killer's name is bitch ass and he fucking sucks. He looks stupid and you
But
can't take it seriously because his goddamn name's bitch ass.
a comment from the chat that leads me to this question: did anybody warn bitch ass that masks are dangerous? Because he cuts off your visibility, and that he should do better with makeup.
It was, like I said, it's one of those Robin fucking masks. So it's not like any of your fucking visibility's fucked
Like
up
the
because of the
TV Robin
style
or
and
the comic
yes.
Robin?
Just that, that stupid thing like you'd wear to a fuck party to pretend
Yeah.
people don't know who you are. Yeah, it wasn't good. They could, if they would have changed the look of this guy and made him fucking not so much of a goddamned bitch ass, maybe, but they want you to take it seriously.
And you did.
Nah. I
Yeah.
mean, it's all right. It's worth a watch.
And you said this is based on a semi-true story?
This is the story of my life. Only the bitch ass part. I'm not black for the audio listeners. I am Italian, so some would say.
Ugh.
But yeah, I mean, I would say check it out if you're into slasher movies. It's not like laughably bad or anything like that. It's an okay movie, but the fucking name of the character and the look really fuck. And he does the spooky voice. Fuck. And if he could get rid of that shit too, just I don't know how he could not talk. He'd be like a fucking like a you do this when he's trying to.
What kind of kill count does he have in this movie?
I mean, there's a few. Some of the stuff's okay, but there's not a whole lot. Like if there was more gore and they worked on bitch ass all around, maybe named him like fucking bitch slicer or some shit. But yeah. Only if you're a hardcore slasher fan would I recommend this because it is just okay, but it could have been pretty fucking cool and memorable. Bitch ass. Mm.
If you're a hardcore slasher fan, well, I'm going to talk about Leaf Blower Massacre. I bought this about, I don't know, 5-6 years ago from the director. Hey, it's Halloween time. I'll give this a watch. Threw it on, and this is a Leaf Blower Massacre 2. So it is a sequel to a short film. And hadn't seen the first movie, so I'm kind of like, should I watch this? Will I be lost, in the intricacies of this plot? No, not at all. So it is about somebody that's dressed up like the killer in Wood Chipper Massacre, or no, what is it called?
Nail gun.
Nail Gun Massacre. He's dressed like that, but he's holding a leaf blower and going around killing people with this leaf blower because it's high velocity and it'll blow your skin off.
I bet that looks pretty cool.
It did not.
Oh no.
And all the victims are students or one-time students of this one teacher that's going around trying to figure out what's going on. And there's this hard-boiled cop that's also trying to go around figure out what's going on. He thinks the teacher is the culprit, Tom, the murderer, the serial killers, if you will. And it goes from there. It's got some moments that are like supposed to be comedic that are not.
Can I ask you this?
Yes.
Are they hoe moments?
Home moments. There's some nudity. Yes, there's some nudity. There's this chick in the shower for a little while, and then she gets killed because he puts that leaf blower in her private parts. We're trying to cut down her cussing.
Does her head like inflate and her eyes pop out and shit?
I don't remember. I was kind of tuned out by this point. This is pretty early in the movie, but they do have one of their.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna stick a leaf blower in a pussy hole and make milk shoot out of tits.
Yeah. They have a death metal band play, which I'm guessing these are friends of the filmmakers or whatever. So yeah, you get to see them play for a little while. It's like, okay.
Are they good?
I don't know. I guess they're all right. This is about what you'd expect for low budget horror flick, or a spoof. I don't know, but it's not the worst I've seen, and I've seen a lot worse. Of course, if you're into this kind of shit, you'll dig it. If you come see me at a show, I'll probably have it in the box. So, yeah. I'll tell you this, okay? If you're an independent filmmaker, don't spend so much time with your friend's band in your movie. And also, don't load up your special features with outtakes. Because the only people that give a shit about that are your friends that are watching this. It's not like the average person's going to say, oh, let's see, what's his name, goof on this. It's not like you're watching somebody everybody knows, like Damon Wayans or fucking
what the fuck?
Ben Affleck,
Out of everybody, the first guy to come to your fucking
I was
mouth.
trying to think of that other Damon. I couldn't remember his last name, but
Keenan Ivory.
Yeah.
Keenan Ivory Damon.
The sister, whatever her name was.
Moesha Damon.
Moesha Damon Wayans. Yes. I mean, them. Oh, let's watch them flub their lines a little. Hee, that's funny. But you and your friends just doing it now. Nobody's got an interest in that. But yeah, Leaf Blower Massacre. If you're into low budget slasher, no budget slasher, give it a watch. Give it a watch.
Joe, I was in the Halloween spirit, but we'll get to that in a couple days, I guess. Hey, everybody, heads up. No live show this Sunday. We're going to record it early. I might have it set to premiere at the normal time, or we'll just fucking do it live then, and I'll upload it then, and we'll just get it a few days early.
This episode has been pre-recorded.
No, this one is live. Here's a newspaper.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, spooktacular findings next week. But I did watch a Halloween special of sorts, Joe. This was an HBO comedy special, and they decided to do it Halloween themed. This was the Joe Piscopo Halloween party. Have you ever seen this?
I've never seen nor heard of this one.
But you know who Joe Piscopo is,
Who
yes?
doesn't?
A lot of people. Well, he's on TV now. He looks like a nutsack, kind of unrecognizable, but he's on a lot of commercials trying to sell you some fucking fish oil or some shit.
He carried Saturday Night Live, and
Did he?
yeah, of course he did. Then he had that great movie with Treat Williams, Dead Heat.
Dead Heat,
Yeah,
yes. Hit that and Dead Heat and him
Johnny
getting.
Dangerously. He was in Johnny Dangerously.
Yeah, I don't know a whole lot of old Mr. Piscopo's
Let's see.
career.
It's been a while since we've read off an IMDb list.
Oh shit!
No, we're not doing
So this starts out with a skit. It's kids trick or treating in a spooky neighborhood, and they go up to the door, and it's like Joe Piscopo dressed up as a wrestler. Hey guys, let me tell you, look what I got in here. Hulk Hogan's hair, the Iron Sheik's turban and shit. It's just like, what the fuck are we doing here? And then some football player, I'm assuming, he comes up, he just does some, whoa, we're all out of candy. So Joe Piscopo rips off the guy's fucking arm and gives it to him. And then they say, oh, live from whatever college this is, the Joe Piscopo Halloween special. And then he starts fucking singing like a dickhead. He does this shit called the white guy rap, where nowadays, Joe, it would be considered a pretty offensive voice that he's putting on.
Did he have the hit song at one time? I gotta look this up.
He is a very musical comedian, from what I've seen from his HBO 1 hour special entitled Joe Piscopo's Halloween Party.
Let's see.
But yeah, there's a lot of singing in it, a lot of him thinking he's really fucking good. And George Wallace comes out pretending to be Oprah, and they do a black people can't swim joke. And they pretty much, Joe Piscopo just pretty much keeps calling George Wallace dressed as Oprah a fat bitch. And then he dons yellow face and does a pretty stereotypical, what you would think a comedian in the 1980s doing a Bruce Lee impression would be.
So yeah, he used to do impressions. So his big thing was Frank Sinatra. He would do Sinatra a whole lot.
How do you think that went?
I don't know what Sinatra sounds like.
To me, Mario.
Yeah, probably sounds like Chris Pratt.
Yeah, I would recommend this if you are highly offended or if you're a drinking man. Otherwise, yeah, it's pretty fucking cringy. Not really funny, but I've done some pretty cringy, not really funny things too. So it's
Agreed.
probably funny at the time. I would say give it a watch. It's worth a laugh just because of how fucking ridiculous it is.
Yeah, and he's a fellow countryman of yours, so I looked it up. I was looking up his name, Piscopo. Oh, it doesn't have an E at the end. He's one of those. Oh.
Fucking Spaniards. So what did you watch?
So Tom, saw us mentioning on this DVD, The Leaf Blower Massacre 2. I'm going through the special features, and I see there's a short film on there called Leaf Blower Massacre. So I watched this short film, and it's more of the same, but they how it ends up, you know, how it the short film finishes. Part two like picks up right afterwards. It's pretty cool how they like went from one to the other. So kudos to them on that. But yeah, it's a slasher flick with a dude with with a leaf blower. So yeah, I watched that short film. So
Would
I would
recommend.
recommend because it's only like 4 or 5 minutes.
Do you have to watch the second one, or do you pretty much get it in the
I think
first?
you get it. You don't have to watch the second one first like I did.
No, no, I mean at all. Can you just stick with the 4 minute one and get
You don't have to
everything?
watch either one of them. You know? You go watch something good.
Hey, Joe,
Yeah,
have
it's
you ever heard of the Mississippi Mummy?
no,
Nope. I don't
no.
think anybody else has, and I'm not actually sure how I found this. Probably a bad movie page or the bad movie Reddit, maybe. I'm
Or
not
those
sure.
other podcasts that you listen to, so you can like emulate their shit.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of any other podcast that I listen to that's like horror movies. There's a couple YouTube guys, old Pizzile, the Fruit Crew. Yeah, I think that's really it right now.
Well, you got this other guy that he's just a horror fan that loves horror and horror movies.
Oh shit, that's right. Shout out to Neon Black, my bad.
Shazam!
Shazam, yep. Anyways, what were we talking about?
The
Oh yeah, the
Mississippi Mud
Mississippi
Dauber.
Mummy.
Yeah.
Yes. This is about 47 minutes long. So that helped. Fuck. Um a lady rents an Airbnb, maybe. She gets to it and it's like being renovated to the point there's like Tyvek tarps and fucking what are those fucking scaffoldings and drop cloths hanging from the ceiling and everywhere. It looks like if you touch the banister, it would fall off. Drop cloths are over that. It's like totally a place that's not ready to be rented for anything. But it doesn't matter because these guys are actually lured her there to sacrifice her to the Mississippi Mummy, which is really just like a dude with not good makeup effects smeared on his face, but only his face. So if he lifts his head up a little bit or turns to the side, you can totally see the different colors where the makeup stopped and where his fucking skin is. Looks really good.
He looks like a real bitch ass, is what
He
you're saying.
looks like a real bitch ass. And he's not dressed like a mummy at all. He's dressed like a fucking vampire, like a Dracula or some shit. Uh, he walks the lady to the woods to get married by people he turned into psoriasis faced idiots. But a private eye and a fat security guard guy foil it and it's over. But there's a scene they keep cutting back to where it's a dude in a fucking chair and there's a guy just walking around him trying to be very intimidating, saying what I can only imagine is like 10 pages of dialogue. Worst actor ever. He flubs his lines, flubs his lines, and flubs his lines. Unfortunately for this movie and the people who watch it, the director didn't get another angle of this guy saying his lines. So every time he fucks up his lines, it just hard cuts to another shot of that same framing where he's doing it right and he's not in the same place or anything, and it's pretty good. It's some of the funniest shit I've seen in a bad movie in a while. So if you like bad dog shit movies to laugh at people trying to do something Mississippi Mummy. Go find it. It's short. Drink a couple beers before you put it on because it's short, and I think you'll have a good time. You know, muzzle flashes aren't hard to come by for free on the internet these days. We don't need fucking muzzle flashes. We don't even need gunshot sound effects. All we need is the click of the toy gun, you see. Would recommend, Joe. The Mississippi Mummy. Spooktacular fun.
Well, Tom, I watched Frankenweenie, which is a short film from 1984 from a young Tim Burton who was just establishing his relationship with Disney. And this is pretty much a remake of Frankenstein, but instead of reanimating a human, they're doing so with a dog. This kid's beloved dog that he was playing fetch with, but the dumbass kid was throwing the ball towards the street. So of course tragedy is gonna happen, and it does. The poor dog Sparky is his name. Is hit by a vehicle, put to rest, and then the kid starts having ideas about, hey, we can, bring him back. Something he saw the science teacher Paul Bartel shooting electricity through a frog and its legs was moving. So it's like, yes, we can resurrect old Sparky, and he does. And he brings Sparky back, but Sparky's a bit rambunctious. The people in the neighborhood, they're upset about old Sparky, and so they form a mob, and you got the whole windmill scene. So you know how people were saying, oh, Werewolf by Night, it's such a throwback to the Universal. Those people don't know fucking shit. They're dumb. This is a throwback to the Universal movies. This one has nods to it, but it's not like wink, wink. See what we did there? See how clever we are? Universal. We love Universal. This guy does actually have a passion for those movies, and it shows in this short film. And there's a cute dog in it. So how could you not like it? Highest recommendations for Frankenweenie. It was made into like an animated movie years later. I never seen that one, but I will at some point. But it's not a real dog, so I'm probably gonna watch Spooky Buddies instead. So I've never seen Spooky Buddies.
I think I actually watched that a few years ago. Go through the archives because I can't speak.
Go to the archives. Look at us. Probably episode 138. But
Think so.
I could be wrong on that count. But yes, Frankenweenie used to only be available as like a special feature on one of the Nightmare Before Christmas special editions. They had a special edition every year, I think. And but now it's on Disney Plus if you want to watch it. If you have that bullshit, Frankenweenie.
We should see if they got that Winnie the Pooh show where they were all dressed in mascot costumes on Disney Plus. Maybe that'll be the next series I pick because that shit was fucking terrifying. What do I got in here? I got a movie you'll probably like, Joe. It's called Two Witches. And
Two of
it's
them?
yeah, TWO, not TOO. Like
Mm,
cheers to witches.
right.
But
To
yeah,
which
this
is two.
oh
The way you said it was with a T-O.
shut up, you fuck. Anyways, Two Witches is an anthology containing two stories, each one about a witch. The first one, a
Which? Eh?
sandwich.
Mm.
Anyways, the first story is about a pregnant lady who sees an old lady in a restaurant and it gets her shook. And then a lot of loud noises are heard that's supposed to startle you, like in the bathroom, in her room, anywhere, just loud noises, and you're supposed to go, "Oh, Mios Dios!" But you don't because it sucks. And then her and her boyfriend, fucking kid's gonna be a bastard, meet up with their fucking two, stereotype friends. One's a big plump goth girl and probably looking for Jimmy Dean sausages, and the other one's just a dork ass motherfucker. They're a couple, and they say they're probably, it's hard to say, but I want to say late 30s, early 40s. And they're just like, hey, let's break out the Ouija board. And I'm just like, all right, you're a little too fucking old for this. This movie's been really fucking shitty so far. I'm out. And I turned the motherfucker off, and I'll never go back and watch it. Joe, you might like it. I would say, would recommend for you.
All right. But the Mississippi Dracula, you're like, hee hee.
It was good because it
Watch
sucked.
the whole thing. Okay.
To be fair, it was 47 minutes.
Well, so was this one. If you watch one segment a day,
Yeah, I guess, but
that's how I watched the last 8 or 9 Gamera movies. Breaking this up into 30-minute segments.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not required to watch this fucking movie. I don't know how much time I have left, Joe.
That's true.
And I don't like which movies to fucking begin with. This one was just new and just came out, so I was just like, spectacular season. Haha, fuck you. Would recommend Two Witches. Yeah, I haven't seen a Arrow distributed movie, like a movie that they picked up solely for distribution, not like some 30-year-old movie or something that I've liked yet. So I
didn't
might
even
not.
know they were still around.
Yep. Hey, Joe. They actually put out this. We'll get to that later. Oh, what'd you watch?
That's it. That's all I watched, Tom.
That's it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, let's see. Maybe we can hit them with a video, Joe.
All right.
Let's see
It works
here.
this time. Look at that. He got that going pretty quick. Now, for all of you that just listen to the podcast and don't watch the video, well, Tom says, fuck you.
Oh, shit. Why do I got that on? It's not
Yeah.
the spectacular season.
Mm-mm.
Oh! Yeah. Hold on. I think you were right. Maybe we should just wait till the end for the audio listeners.
Yeah.
Should I play it? Yeah, I can. We'll just wait till the end for, to help the audio listeners out there. I think that's the right thing to do, Joe. So, hey, you like Gamera?
Gamera. Yeah. You're not going to talk about the Ichabod movies you watched?
Oh, we'll talk about that on the spectacular episode. Because who knows how much time I'm going to have this week to fucking... Spoiler alert. Next week or in the next couple days, it's going to be a Sleepy Hollow heavy episode.
Yeah. I don't know how much I'll have a chance to watch, but Gamera 2. Rise of Legion, Attack of Legion. Attack of Legion. So in this one, Earth is invaded by Legion, which that's not its name. That's what some religious Japanese dude calls it. Because the Bible, the King James version of the Bible is real big in Japan. But anyway,
because thank God all that mission work.
Right, the missionaries, during after Nagasaki and Hiroshima. But anyway, these bugs are attacking Japan, and they're eating a bunch of glass, and they're, I don't know, but there's a lot of like back and forth, like everybody's trying to figure out what's going on, the science types, and then the army, kind of like the other movies, but it's good. It fucking looks good. This invasion of these animals and like the direction and the the acting is not great, but it's a step up. And
old Potty McWeed smokes back.
yeah, but later on. So, but for right now, it's just like people trying to figure out, hey, what the fuck is going on? What are these things, and how can we stop them? And it's like a really good, monster invasion movie, and then Gamera shows up, and
I mean,
Gamera's
Gamera
fighting.
looked pretty good in the
Gamera
last
looks
one,
decent
but
in
I
this.
think Gamera looks even better in this one, and like the puppeteering and the movement and everything, the lighting really helps.
Yeah,
This is
Gamera
definitely
looks
the best
good.
that he's looked.
When he's blowing the fire, that looks kick ass. Much better than it did before. Uh, they probably agreed with me and said like, "Hey, that spinning flying shit looks goofy as shit. We're not doing that." So now he just flies like an airplane. His like fucking little flippers stick out, and he
He's
looks
a
like
sea turtle.
like a fucking airplane. So he still looks stupid when he flies. But there's a scene in this where all the little like bugs, the locust type
The
bug,
Legion.
where they're all over him, and that scene looked kick ass. That looked really, really good. The Legion, they have a big giant Legionnaire or whatever.
Goddamn JCVD boy.
And that thing looks kind of strange, but that's okay because it's an alien. It shouldn't just look like some fucking dinosaur or some flat-headed Rodan knockoff. It's got its own look. It shoots some weird ass laser shit out its mouth, or it has like laser fucking whips or something that can kick a
Whips.
turtle's ass.
They have orange whips.
But yeah, Gamera gets his ass kicked pretty quickly, and then he's out of the movie till the end. So this one is very, very little Gamera, and I think the movie is much better because of it. Because you're just building up what this Legion is and what it can do, and this time the humanity's not just sitting back and fucking letting Gamera do all the work. They're figuring shit out too. Good movie. It's the fucking first one, and how many? This is what, the 9th one?
I think this is the second one that you liked.
Yeah, the other one was okay. That one was a step up. I said that one was good for a Gamera movie.
Oh, and I guess this is the third one because you liked the first one too.
This one is just a good movie. I would say that this one works for me. I don't know. I think maybe a lot of other people might be bored with it if you just want like stupid monsters duking it out. This one doesn't have a lot of that, but man, I wasn't looking at the clock the whole time. I wasn't. Let me fucking read a few panels of a comic, and then I'll look up when somebody says something and see if fuck it, who cares what they're talking about. But yeah, that stoned chick, she's back, and it ends real stupid though. Like Gamera gets like some fucking power that just comes from all over the earth. Like the earth feeds him power, and he's able to defeat the big Legion.
Because his fucking chest rips open.
His chest opens like he's fucking Optimus Prime, and he has that shit in his chest. Yeah, that was dumb. So yeah, you know what? Marks off for that. This movie can't recommend. No, that was good.
Yeah, it's the best one so far. After rewatching these, I think I got the first and third one confused. So, Joe, next week's going to be pretty good.
Gamera 3.
Revenge of Iris, if I remember.
Who the fuck is Iris?
You'll see.
Okay.
You'll see. But yeah, this was a good one. Like I've been saying the whole time, this Heisei trilogy is pretty fucking good. I just had which ones I like jumbled up. My bad. It's been a minute. Okay. But yeah, I would say watch the trilogy. And Gamera the Brave, from what I remember, is all right, but we'll get to that. All right, Joe. I guess let's have him. We'll have him watch. I gotta get rid of that. No, fuck it. We'll just fuck it. I don't want to have to fuck with the banner and everything right now. We'll just do it at the end so they
You
can
got to
just watch
rewind it a
and
little,
shit.
Tom.
Yeah, or I won't. We'll see.
All right, so when we last left Spider-Man's in issue 134, is this 135? I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. Okay, so this one, first of all, it's got what I think is an iconic cover. I always thought this cover looked cool. It's got like a spider on it, and in each of the segments of the spider, it's like a character from the story or whatever. And Spider-Man's is jumping through. Pretty cool cover. But yeah,
Wasn't a fan. I think we had a one like this before.
I like it. But last time, Spider-Man's had been poisoned by the tarantula with his, spiky boots, and the Punisher showed up on that boat that was being hijacked. So here we are, and Spider-Man's too weak to do anything, and the Punisher's gonna shoot him, and
Shaka kicks him in the dick.
yeah, he gets up, he gets his strength back all of a sudden, and Punisher says, "Hey, you know what? Sorry, buddy, I misjudged you. Meet me at this place over here in Jersey or something, and we'll talk about it." Tarantula gets away.
Punisher turns into a Puerto Rican and jumps into the ocean. Adios, amigos.
And so does Spider-Man's, because the mob turns on him and they're going to kick his ass.
Yeah, but Spider-Man doesn't say adios, amigos.
No,
Punisher does.
He does. He does. Then Spider-Man goes home to take a shower, puts his dirty clothes into his drawer, and Harry Osborn, his roommate, is going through his clothes. I think he was just looking for a condom, found the Spider-Man's costume, said, "I knew it. I knew it was you all
Looking for
along."
a condom so he can go fuck himself.
Yeah. Then Spider-Man goes and meets up with the Punisher, and the Punisher, he has a film of the origin of the tarantula. He has a fucking film projector and plays the movie.
He's a very powerful figure in some South American unnamed country.
He's showing Spider-Man's a movie. I just thought this was dumb as shit. Like, how do you get this footage? But anyway, the tarantula was a revolutionary. Tarantula was a revolutionary. And then the revolutionaries say, "No, man, you're like too rough. You're a murderer." So he goes and joins the army that the revolutionaries were fighting. But they said, "No, man, you can't be torturing people." So he kills them, and now he's on the run. And Punisher even has footage of him in the bar, like recruiting other hoodlums into his gang and shit. And well, they go and they fight the tarantula, and that's the end of the story. I mean, Spider-Man's and Punisher take off their own ways, and Harry Osborn's going into his dad's warehouse. What's he gonna do there? We'll find out next issue. No, we won't, because next is Giant-Sized Spider-Man's number 2.
Fuck.
But
well, our numbers kind of lined up fucking for a couple episodes. Fuck.
Another middle of the road episode. Nothing special about it or issue.
Why the fuck is there already another giant-sized Spider-Man?
I told you they made that quarterly for a while. They did it for maybe
But that was like just 2 issues ago.
Yeah, quarterly means every 3 months.
Oh, that's 3 months. Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Like taxes.
Yeah, I understand. All right, but before we get to the list, let's just let them. Joe, you like lists?
I've been known to enjoy a list or two, Tom.
Nice.
You know what? Why don't you
go grab a beer?
You can do that. You can go grab a beer and like,
Thanks.
hey, but it might be dark and you don't want to wake
All
everybody
right,
up.
I'm gonna go put this on while I get a beer. Nah, dude, you just talk to him about
Grab your
whatever.
torch so you
I will.
don't stumble anything. For those of you that don't know, a torch is what they call a flashlight in England. But hey, guys, something that Tom may or may not have wanted me to share with you, I'm not quite sure, is that after the holiday season, after he's done with all the candy that they have left over, because they don't get a lot of trick or treaters out there where they live, but he's going to be doing his best to drop some weight. He's been very concerned about his health, and he thinks that is going to be the best way for him to prolong this miserable existence that he has. So, if you have any recipes, maybe gluten free, make sure to send them his way. You can private message him on Facebook. You can send them to his email, and yeah, man, let's help Tom become thinner and healthier. You know, Guy does a lot for you for a price, but you can do something back, you know, to do some good. Oh, Tom grabbed his torch.
Oh, this is what it's gonna look like for next week's episode, but now I have to turn the light on because I can't see my list.
Maybe.
All right.
Things might
Well,
be
I
a
go
little
put the light on. We'll just fuck it. Hold on. Let me just turn this light off. Shit.
Tom doesn't know how to run this shit. God damn it.
I'm beginning to think we shouldn't even show the fucking thing.
Hey, you're the one that fucking posted all about it everywhere.
I know. And droves of people gave fucking caring responses like they gave a fuck.
Steve's on. Steve's been waiting.
Hell yeah, he has been. He's the only one that cares.
Yep.
You've seen why. So, Joe, what's this list?
This is our top 10 horror themed games. You know, board games, video games, the like. So, on my honorable mention list, honorable mention
On
list.
this monolith.
I'm not even drinking. Jeez. I have Bigfoot, the giant snow monster game. And this is a board game where you go around the board, and Bigfoot also gets a turn, and he goes around the board. And you don't want Bigfoot to land on the same place as you, Tom, or you're out of the game.
Mm.
Then I have another game. This is a kind of a card game. It's called Ghosts and Candy. You're a trick or treater, and you're trying to collect candy. And you have cards where you can steal candy from people, or make the candy bad, or you can like
put little razor blade pieces in it.
switch costumes with people, and yeah, it's pretty fun.
In case people are just like, oh, I want to dress like a lady now.
Dude looks like a lady. Then I have Alien Isolation. This is a PS4 and 5, I guess, game, but it's really good. It's on my honorable mention because I didn't play it for very long. Then I have BioShock. Good game too, but I would put it more, halfway in the science fiction realm. It's got a lot of horror elements, but I'd say it's more science fiction-y. Then I have House of the Dead. Fun game, but it's a bit repetitive, so honorable mention. And those are my honorable mentions for horror-themed games, Tom.
Those were some honorable mentions, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
I have the Midway fighting game War Gods. This was a highly sacrilegious game where they pinned a bunch of gods from all different religions and sects and had them beat the shit and kill each other in Mortal Kombat like ways. I would always be Anubis. Number two for honorable mentions, because we number them now. I have Bio Freaks. It was F period, R period, E period, and so on. Forgot what that stood for, but this was another midway fighting game capitalizing on Mortal Kombat. But what made this one different is you can cut off limbs during the match and you could still fight. And most of the characters could fly and they had like guns and shit. It sucked, Joe. But as we talked about before, I'm not big into video games. If it's not Mortal Kombat, I don't really give a fuck. But I thought, no, let's do this and not make every goddamn game Mortal Kombat. So I just kind of stuck to one game through the franchises, and I don't really like games. But anyways, Joe, then I have Medieval. It has some cool imagery and shit in it. I played it like for fucking 20 minutes, didn't like the gameplay. Lori played it for maybe 2 hours, and then I sold it. But it has a lot of cool imagery in it. Maybe I'll watch somebody do a fucking playthrough of the game, but probably not because I really don't give a fuck, Joe. And then I have Carnival. Like you, it's another light gun game, but it's a light gun game based in an evil carnival. And then I couldn't remember the fucking name of the game or even if it was a real fucking game at all. But I'm pretty goddamn sure I played a fucking terrible Godzilla fighting game at some point. And those are my honorable mentions with maybe one made up one.
At number 10, I have Splatterhouse. This is a side scroller featuring Jason. You're Jason. You're just going through and killing stuff.
If I remembered that, it would have probably made an honorable mention because I do have the remake. My number 10 is Nightmare Creatures. It's old timey England, maybe. I don't know. And dickheads would still wear ponytails with fucking ribbons on the end of them and shit.
Bravia.
Fuck yeah. And you're just going around and chopping up nightmare creatures. Forgot what the fucking story was about, but I remember having it and remembering it, and fucking a ghoulish good time, I would say, Joe. Yep. Nightmare creatures. Burp.
For PS2, had a game called Kuon. And I thought, hey, they made a game of Ju-on, but they couldn't get the rights, so they made this game called Kuon. But I don't know what Kuon means, but this was heavy about Japanese mythology, and there's a story going on. It's real bloody. And then midway through the game, it switches, and you're a different character. And shit comes together at the end. It's pretty cool. Looking it up, I see that it's worth a bit of money now, so I'm gonna look for mine.
Oh, I hope I still have this.
I should. I should have all. I didn't get rid of a lot of shit, and I should. Kuon.
Bless you.
Mm-hmm.
I have Devil May Cry. Not sure which one, but I played a couple of them and they were fun. It was kind of a Resident Evil ripoff, and when I would play the later Marvel vs. Capcom games, Dante would be one of the characters I'd pick. So fuck it, throw Devil May Cry on there. I need to fill up spaces.
At number 8, I have FEAR. Fear. Don't know what it stands for, but this was a a
Quite
shooter
long.
game. You would like go through shit, shoot stuff up, and then a ghost would come up and like say some cryptic shit, or a little girl ghost would walk by. And this game was pretty cool. Or the lights would just turn off. Oh shit.
Number 8, I have Redneck Rampage. Aliens are invading, taking over the town, and it's up to you. I think it was Earl and Bubba. You gotta go on a redneck rampage. It's like Doom. It's actually more like Duke Nukem 3D, but whatever.
At number 7, I have Dead Space. You're a robot, and you're going through an empty a ship that had a distress call, but man, shit, everybody there is dead, and there's fucking monsters going around. And I never finished this game, but I enjoyed it.
Number 7. No? Yes?
Yes.
Number 7. I have Primal Rage. You're dinosaurs or punk rock King Kong.
You're a
and you
lion
beat the
thing.
shit out of each other. It's like Mortal Kombat, but toned down in your aminals.
At number 6, also for the PlayStation 2, I have The Thing. This was a continuation. Yeah, I think it was a continuation of The Thing. And you're going around, you're exploring the outpost, and oh shit, the thing's still there, and you're fucked. But you got to find supplies and build your little weapons, and it's pretty good for a fucking PS2 game. They should re-release this shit.
Number 6, I have Killer Instinct. Another fighting game with a couple horror-based characters like Saberwolf or Spinal.
Which I would say is a Ray Harryhausen inspired character, but what the fuck?
Well, I'm sure it is, Joe.
Yeah. At number 5, for the PC, that's personal computer, which was my preferred method of playing games. So I didn't play a lot of the console shit. Is Clive Barker's Undying. This was good. This was like, yeah, you're going around haunted house, and you're like solving the mystery of this evil family. And there was another Clive Barker game called Jericho or some shit, and I had that for the GameCube, but that sucked, and I didn't play it very often. But Undying, this was badass.
Yeah, I thought it was The Fear, but I guess it was Undying. What are we at? Number 5?
Yes.
I have Twisted Metal Black. I didn't know if I was going to pick number 2 or Black, but Black was spookier, and I don't want to come off as a racist, so I'm going with Twisted Metal Black. Sorry, it's not my number 1.
At number 4, also for the PC, personal computer, I have No Mouth and I Must Scream. This is a story based on a Harlan Ellison short story. It's about a artificial intelligence that has just fucked up the world and kept 5 people alive, and he keeps on putting them through different scenarios and torturing them and making their lives hell. Kind of just like makes them own a small business and shit.
Oh, where's my life going?
Mm-hmm. You can't do this forever.
Oh, forever never seems so long. Joe, number 4, I have Resident Evil 2, my personal favorite game in the series.
How many games in the series have you played, Tom? 2.
No, I played the first one. I played Resident Evil 2, I've played Nemesis, and I've played the remake of Resident Evil 2. So Resident Evil 2 wins. I also had a Resident Evil 2 shirt when it came out, so
Remember the shirts that were packed like a fucking DVD, and you open them up and it's just like nothing but wrinkles, like you bought like
extra large, great.
yeah,
Throw it in the bin, mate.
yeah. At number 3, I have, and this is a board game, card game. It's a party game. It's called Salem, 1692.
Fuck.
You're drinking with a bunch of friends, and you gotta, figure out who's the witch, because it's Salem, and one of you fuckers is a witch, and then, you gotta lie, if you're the witch, so nobody fucking figures out that it's you. It's pretty
You know
fun.
what they say about the witch?
It's the season of her.
No. But we're off to see her, and we may never, never, never come home.
Oh, you witch ass. The cool thing about this game is like 8, 12 people can play. Most board games are like 4 or 5 people, and if like you got 6 people, hey, you're fucked, dude. You got to sit there and watch us play. Ha ha, you dumb fuck. Or we can just sit outside and drink.
Number 3, I thought it said Dick 3D. Duke 3D, as in Duke Nukem 3D. Good stuff. There's monsters in it.
Yeah, pig
Alien
creatures.
invasion. Rips off lines from horror movies or
Yeah.
pseudo horror movies.
Got a nod to aliens in there. Yeah.
It's not more science fiction, as you would say, but
Post-apocalyptic.
yeah, more science fiction, as you would say.
But fun game. At number 2, I have Zombies. This is a board game or a tile game. You lay down tiles and you're trying to escape from zombies, and you can help out your friends, or you can say, fuck you, man, I'm running away, when all these zombies are surrounding you. It's pretty fun. They've got like, I don't know, it's like a little box thing, and they've made fucking, I don't know how many of these things. You can keep on expanding the tile, the city that you're in, or whatever. They've got expansions that are in space and shit. Good shit. Good fun.
You gotta say it with more oomph. In space.
Now, the thing with these games is you got to have a good group of people to play with. People that have fun with this shit. So you got to have friends.
No, I
Yeah.
cannot.
So
You want to hear something sad? Never been invited to a Halloween party. So no, I don't have friends, Joe.
sorry, man. But Red says Resident Evil 5 is good.
Yeah, well, Red left.
He didn't say
too.
come on over for Halloween. He said Resident Evil 5 is good.
Number 2, I have Doom, the original. Fucking good shit. No matter how old I get, from time to time, I'll still go back and play that motherfucker. I probably have that thing on like 3 different platforms.
And they're demons, right?
They are.
Yeah.
Damon Wayans. Or that fuck from Friday 5 who fucked Joanna, man. Oh, that's a cool mask, dog. What am I doing? Joe
the Wayans sister, right?
Moesha Damon.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What the fuck was her name? Anyway, at number 1, Tom, I have the board game, The Thing, Infection at Outpost 31. This is, again, a deduction game. One of you is the Thing. And during the course of the game, you can infect other people. And they're the Thing, too. So by the end of it, you can either escape or everybody can be infected and you're all fucked. Fun game. Fun game. I recommend playing it on the coldest day of the year. Go sit outside.
Valentine's Day.
Bundle up. Tax day.
After you pull your cock out of that pumpkin, go play the Thing game. Joe, my number one is the game of life. Wait, I'm sorry. I thought this was our least favorite games. I have Mortal Kombat Trilogy. All the other games would have been Mortal Kombat, but this wasn't a hey, list favorite Mortal Kombat games in order, you fuck. So, Mortal Kombat, lot of blood, horrific invasion, fucking storyline, and yeah, Mortal Kombat Trilogy. Would recommend. For my money, best game in the series. So, Joe, next week, or in a couple days, once this is all said and done, we'll talk about a day. But you're going to have a few, Joe, because I don't know how much either one of us are going to be able to watch. So we'll go with something that usually makes us giggles. Giggles, plural. We're gonna get a little musical next week, Joe.
Oh shit.
And we're gonna do our top 10 Halloween songs.
Okay.
Can't wait. So until couple few days from now, head on over to DW.
Hey, wait a minute. You gonna fuck Steve Barry over?
No, we got it. Let's just do this and then
Okay.
we'll get to it. It was all he's before, but hey, now's the time. If you tuned in to see the short or anybody else wants to, go tell them to tune in now, because after we close this out, we'll really do it. And then we'll come back and I'll thank a couple people. And if there's anything, we'll get done with that. But for the audio listeners, I think I have it set to premiere tomorrow sometime on the DWN Productions YouTube page. So if you want to see it, go to that page or just type in DWN Productions. Excuse me, Halloween special, and it will come up. But go to DWN Productions, buy something. I know not a lot of shit's gonna be happening for November because, as everybody knows, not everybody, just the people who give a fuck. We got the Black Friday sale coming up. We'll be having it back this year. We'll be bringing back another 5 discontinued pieces that you'll only be able to order on the sale, and then they'll be banished like the old Capulets or whatever the fuck. But head on over to dwnproductions.net. Please buy something at full price. Joe, Fast Custom Shirts.
FastCustomShirts.com. Kind of busy, but hey, fuck it. Give me something to do. Go ahead and order some shirts. As Tom said, rolling into November, we have our Blaxploitation Friday sale every year. So all the Blaxploitation shirts will be on sale. Show everybody that you're not racist by wearing a Blaxploitation shirt.
Just don't have to wear them in February.
Right. I mean, just, you can wear them for a day, or, oh man, my African American friend is coming over. Let me put this on to show him that I relate. You don't. You don't. But it's good to make that effort.
All right. Audio listeners, thank you. See you back in a couple days. And BOYGOB. I just want to give that a couple seconds of silence so when I go in to edit it, I know where to cut off.
Yeah.
All right, everybody else, give me a minute. I'm going to take Joe and I off of here, and then I'll play this shit on the full thing and go back. And then I'll be back to thank a couple people, and then we will fuck off. Un momento.
I can't help it. That's the way I was carved. Oh, I wasn't. I went for the pumpkin patch. Nobody watched me. And lights went away. Lights went away. Lights went away.
fucking spooktacular, Joe. Horrifying. The things that can happen when you get drunk as fuck while making masks. Tell you what, story of my life. Anyways, thanks to old Steve Barry of Steve's Horror Craptacular. He played me in that short. I greatly appreciate it. We shot that on my cell phone about a month ago. And yeah, a lot for how much shit that I talk about. Oh, your fucking movie sucks a dick and all that. I know how difficult it is to actually make this shit, even if you are just shooting fucking garbage bullshit over the weekend. It still takes a lot of effort. But speaking of a lot of effort, nobody put more effort into this than Slasher Dave, because I'm sure he took more time making that song than we did making that short. So definitely check out Dave's shit. He has a lot of fucking music like that. Good classic Halloween music. If you like that, you'll dig his other shit. He just came out with a new album today. I know it was a couple days ago as we're recording this, but wherever you find music, go find his music because it's dope. Steve also has a YouTube page where he talks about masks and shit like that in movies and stuff. So go check out Steve's Horror Craptacular, Slasher Dave, wherever you do, Bandcamp, YouTube.
Slasher Dave, also with Acid Witch. So if you're into Acid Witch, it's a really good band.
And I think they just came out with a fucking album recently too. But I'd also like to give a shout out to AXE, Ala Zooey Lou, and Oh the Whore, because they were having me dig through music too. Said, yeah, use what you want and all that stuff. Fortunately, couldn't find anything that works until I talked to old Dave, and thank you, because I think that was a perfect fit, if I do say so myself. So, Steve, Dave, appreciate it. Hope you guys fucking dug it. And that is it for this. We will see you in a couple days. If you want to watch this again, I guess scroll back on this feed. Otherwise, YouTube, it'll be up on the DWN page tomorrow and probably more towards Halloween. I will post it on the DWN Facebook page. And after that, that's fucking it, because no DVD releases or any silly shit like that. So until next time, DWNProductions.net, FastCustomShirts.com. Enjoy your fucking week. See you in a few. And boy, goblin.